Welcome back. A famous feud and speech controversy. TMZ's Harvey Levin is in LA and joins us this morning. Good morning, Harvey. Good to see you.
Hey, Lauren.
Okay, so looking at social media this morning, and the number one thing that's trending is this hashtag famous Melania Trump quotes. And basically people are just putting famous quotes out there and pretending that she said them. And all of this is following her speech from the RNC where she's accused of plagiarizing some of Michelle Obama's speeches. What's your take on this? Is this just coincidence, or do you really think, I mean, when they play them side by side, it's hard to argue that some of it wasn't taken?
Well, there are people in Trump's campaign who are saying it's coincidence, and I am telling you, I've been on the phone this morning, and I can tell you there is a split in the Trump campaign because there are some people who think it is just ridiculous that they've taken the position that this is coincidence. Clearly it wasn't. Somebody stole it. And, you know, the feeling among some in that campaign, and I think they're right, is they should fire the guy or the woman who wrote it.
Right.
It was so incredibly stupid that, you know, she got up there, and it is a hard thing to do to speak in front of a group that big, knowing you're on television, where the stakes are that high, and she hasn't done anything like that before. She really did a great job just in terms of getting up there, showing poise, you know, getting through a speech. And it was ruined by somebody writing this, and it was, you know, it's like, who would think they could get away with it? Because, you know, for one, Michelle Obama knows what she said, and she would tell somebody who would then tell somebody, and then it would get out. So there's no way this wasn't going to get out. So what was the end game here? It was a 15-minute speech, and all they did was steal two passages. Why did they need the two passages? Why not just put it in her words? It was lazy, it was stupid, and there's a split in that campaign, and a lot of people think that Donald Trump should get out there, fire the person, and just say, look, this was wrong, wrong is wrong, and she didn't know. I mean, she was relying on other people, and, you know, and apologize.
Now, she did say in an interview before the speech that she wrote the majority of it, that she wrote most of it. So that's
she
the
said
one
she
thing
wrote most of it.
Right.
She said, but she said she got a little help.
Right.
Well, you know, look. Well, what are you going to do? Are you going to stand there and pretend like you didn't steal it when every single word is, almost every word is the same in those passages? I mean, you can't do it. It's like, you know, O.J. Simpson, you know, it's not my glove, it's not my shoes. You know, at a point, it becomes, I'm serious, it becomes ridiculous. And, you know, yeah, it's not a great situation for them to be in because you don't want to have to admit that you stole something. But if everybody knows you did, isn't it worse if you try and just keep denying it, denying it, denying it?
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see what happens today with that. Let's talk about something. This whole Kim and Kanye, and there's this whole recording, this conversation with Taylor Swift. What is going on here? Because it seems like these two just keep battling each other.
Well, here's the deal. Taylor Swift has said, essentially, that she never gave Kanye permission to use her in his song Famous.
Okay.
And Kanye secretly recorded a conversation that he had with Taylor a while back before the song was released, in which she sounds like she's totally down with it. Now, I know that Taylor Swift's lawyer sent a threatening letter to Kanye saying that if you ever release this recording, you did it illegally, we will have you prosecuted. They threatened prosecution because there's a law in California that says you cannot tape a private conversation without getting the other person's permission. The problem that Taylor has is that we have now heard the whole tape. And according to the law, if somebody overhears the conversation, then you don't have the right to say, hey, they didn't ask my permission. The person can tape it without you even knowing it, if it's overheard by somebody and you know it. Well, in this case, there was a camera crew there, and they were talking during this whole thing, so she knew they were there, and Rick Rubin, the producer, was sitting on a sofa, and he was talking. So other people in the room were clearly there. They were overhearing the conversation that Taylor was having with Kanye, and she's out of luck.
It's a good thing you're an attorney, Harvey. Thank you so much.
Okay, Lauren.
Knows how to break it down. You can see TMZ weeknights, 11 p.m. weekdays at 3 p.m. here on Fox 4. We also have a link to the show's website on fox4news.com. It's 8:42.